We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, wherever you are, whenever you are, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will begin the first of a three-game series as they take on the Kansas City Royals at Kauffman Stadium. Hi, everybody. It's your old pal Steve here, a.k.a. the Bird Watcher, a.k.a. BW, a.k.a. B-Dubs. I'm so glad you found my channel. Good evening to all as people start to pile into the chat. Charm City chat already popping off. Yes, I'm so happy you found my channel. If you're brand new to it, well, you're not alone. This channel just started a few weeks back in time for the 2024 Orioles season. It's a channel dedicated to live coverage of Orioles baseball, every game, every pitch. Apple TV be damned. Your boy, the Bird Watcher, is here to cover the games. Now, another reason I put this channel together, besides the fact that there really isn't a specific dedicated Orioles live coverage, first to last pitch channel like this, also, I wanted to build a community for other Oriole fans around the world. They may not have access to the game on TV. They may not have access to the game on the radio. They might live somewhere way far away from Baltimore, like your boy here, who is currently sitting at 6:33 a.m. on the other side of the planet. And so far, the response has been fantastic. We've got people from Brazil, France, Australia, Canada. So there's a few continents right there. Check it out. Join the community. Sit back, listen to me call the game for a little bit, get to know some people in chat. Charm City chat is the most charming chat you're going to find. Remember, folks, we're Baltimore. We represent Charm City. Let's keep it charming in the chat. All right, I'm going to go over the starting pitchers and the starting lineups here in just a sec. We're going to get ready for first pitch here in about 7 minutes. I'm told 7:40 p.m. Eastern first pitch start time out in Kansas City. Now we're taking on a Royals team, folks. You know, we've played nothing but winning teams with winning records until we played the Twins. And what happens the first time we played a team without a winning record? We swept them, okay? Well, now we're back to playing teams with winning records again. And these Royals are no joke. They are to be taken seriously. If you recall, we played them in the second series of the season. This is our first rematch with any team this season. We took 2 out of 3, but boy, we had to do it the hard way. Both wins in walk-off fashion. A Jordan Westburg home run in Game 1. A walk-off 2-run single from James McCann in Game 3. After that series, the Royals went on a 6-game winning streak and have been 8-2 at home so far. So you take the record of 1-2 against us away. They have a record of 11-6. You take our record away from playing them, and we have a record of 10-5. We're pretty much dead even. This is the sort of team, folks. If you remember the Orioles 2 seasons ago when Adley Rutschman got called up and the attitude and the environment of the Baltimore baseball brand was beginning to change. Well, things like that are starting to happen in Kansas City, and they're building around Bobby Witt Jr., very exciting player. We'll see what he does tonight. He's in the lineup. The starting pitchers tonight, we got Dean Kramer back out on the hill. Not an impressive stat line so far this season, but he has had moments of brilliance with a couple of ill-timed innings and home runs given up, basically. No 1-1 record, an ERA just under 5, giving up 4 home runs in 16 in the third innings. This is his 4th start. And we're facing Alec Marsh. Now, if you remember the first series these two played, you probably remember Alec Marsh without a whole lot of fondness because he shut us down. He shut us down really easily, it has to be said. The best start of his career. I said it in the moment. I'm like, I never heard of this guy, and you can't pitch much better than this. Well, he's back out there tonight. He's got a 2-0 record, an ERA of 4.32. And looking at these stats, it tells me that the other two starts he's pitched weren't nearly as good as the one against the Orioles. So let's hope the Oriole bats, maybe they watched a little videotape, maybe seen what Marsh has been doing since that start against us about 15 days ago or so. First pitch is about 4 minutes away. Let's get to your lineups. Let me at least get over the Orioles lineup since they'll be batting first, and then I'll say hi to chat. That way I get that in before first pitch. Gunnar is a great lineup, folks. It's the lineup you want to see. Gunnar Henderson leading off playing short. Rutschman hitting second at catcher. Ryan O'Hearn DHing at hitting third. Anthony Santander, the cleanup hitter, right field. Ryan Mountcastle batting fifth. Cedric Mullins in center. Colton Cowser in left. Westberg's at third base. And finally, Jackson Holliday at second in the 9-hole. Chat, how you doing? I mean, it's cooking already. I got to catch up. We got Card Crazed, a moderator here. Thanks for helping out tonight, Card. Narniak's back. Base is back. My friend, how are you? Deep down, we're all bird watchers, and you're darn tootin' we are. B-Dubs, how you doing, my friend? Matt's here. Pool's in the house. Foxy. Eric, how you doing? B. Garcia is a Royals fan listening in California. Welcome on in, Eric. B. Garcia. My vision is not too good. Hey, Janet, how you doing, hon? Maria's in. Sean the Whipple in the house helping the mod as well. Daniel. All right, is that everybody? It's good to see you guys. Folks, if you're here already, be sure to hit that like button right when you settle on in. That way you don't have to think about it for the rest of the ball game. 26 people here already. Let's get those likes up to 20, shall we? We're on a roll. My likes got up to like 70 for the last game. I think it ended at 50 when I called the last out. But we're up to like there's people checking out the ball game after the fact. So things are doing well. Really excited about it. Folks, another reminder, by the way, if you are watching the game and maybe turning the volume down and following along with me, I can go ahead and guarantee you that we're not going to be synced up. The game you're watching is going to be ahead of me by a few seconds, maybe even as much as 10 seconds. So if you want the best experience, here's what you do. Grab your remote, have it in your hand when the game starts, and the first out that is recorded, whether it's a pop-up caught or an out at first base or a strikeout, the moment that out is made, take your remote, pause the game, then let me announce that call. As soon as I do, you unpause, and you're all synced up, okay? I'm still trying to figure out a way how to consolidate that explanation into something more concise and quick and less convoluted. Way too many C words. I don't know what's going on. Concise, quick, convoluted, consolidated. I don't know. Maybe my dictionaries open up to chapter C. I don't know. The Royals lineup, I guess we can go over it. We're still waiting for first pitch. There's a little interview with the Masson broadcast going on with Cedric Mullins. Beautiful evening in Kansas City. I tell you what, Kauffman Stadium, beautiful ballpark, been around since the mid-'70s. And about 50 years into its run, it's still one of the nicer ballparks out there. Not too much, razzle-dazzle with some of the modern ballparks. I do enjoy it, though. Okay, I guess Gunner's about to step up to the plate. Real quickly for the Royals, I'll go over it again once we get underway. Michael Garcia batting first. Bobby Witt Jr. will hit second. Vinny Pasquantino is hitting third. Sally Perez behind the plate. He'll be the cleanup hitter. MJ Melendez in left field. Nelson Velasquez, the DH, batting sixth. Michael Massey, who does not have an at-bat with the big club yet this season. I'm assuming he got called up today, if not yesterday. He'll play second base, hit seventh. Hunter Renfroe is all the way down in the 8-hole. He's hitting just 179, or excuse me, 176. Again, your boy's vision. First thing I need to do in terms of upgrading the channel and the features and everything else, I need some glasses. I've been wearing the same glasses that have needed to be updated now for probably 2 years. Kyle Isbell is your number 9 hitter. He'll play center field. Okay. Lineups are in. Starting pitchers are in. Alec Marsh taking his final Warm-ups. Fastball, changeup, curveball. That's his major arsenal. He also features a slider and a sinker. And again, in that last start against the Orioles, I think we had maybe one hit in the first 6 or 7 innings off this guy. He made it really difficult for us. By the way, the Royals wearing their, I believe their City Connect jerseys. If not, wow, what an upgrade. Yeah, this has to be their City Connects. Interesting logo. It's not too bad. All right. Final warm-up pitch. Folks, are you ready? By the way, if the Orioles win tonight, we can go ahead and knock another consecutive series without a sweep designation, or what do I want to say? Anyway, that streak continues with a win tonight. We don't have to wait till the last game of the series like Milwaukee, which would put us up to what? Sean the Whipple? I'm not sure. I think when we play the Yankees, we have this 6-game homestand. We play 2 teams. Then we come back and play Oakland. And then I think the next series against the Yankees, that would be the series number 100 in a row. And Gunnar Henderson is striding up to the plate, and just as he does, my stream freezes. Are you kidding me? Talk about bad timing. Henderson is at the plate, and I just got bumped right off the game. Okay. Your boy, the bird watcher, knows how to work around this. So this one, it'll be 98 with this series, 99 out in L.A. So I guess Oakland would be series 100? All right, maybe not as dramatic to get to 100 straight series against Oakland, but it's still going to be fun. We'll get 101 against the Yankees then, if that's the case. Folks, I apologize. I mean, the timing could not have been worse. Gunnar Henderson is indeed leading off. And the game should be back on here in just a sec. There we go. That ball's low and in. Did it hit Gunnar? He jumps out of the box. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing, Stream? Stream's acting funny. Perfect start to the night. Brand new road trip and issues with the ball game. What are we doing here? Oh, folks, the bird watcher. It's never easy, is it? It's never easy. What's happening tonight? Okay, I got a backup plan. I'm prepared for this. I'm prepared for this. Where are you? Why are you way over here? Get over here. Yeah, let's do this. How's everybody doing out there in Charm City? As the bird watcher tries to kill time. Apologizing like a madman for not being there for you. Okay, this is the backup plan. Let's see how well it works. Embarrassing. Hey there, Bill. Okay. I think we might have it here. Well, there's nobody out, which is a good sign. According to the scoreboard, there is nobody out in the ball game. So I'm happy about that, right? What's not to like about that? All I need to do is get the ball game up. Did everything freeze? The scoreboard and the stream too? Okay, here we go. I think we're there. All right, we're there. Adley Rutschman at the plate. My goodness, I'm sorry. Gunnar Henderson is at first base. I'll let you know how in just a sec. But 0-1 the count on Adley. Gunnar at first, nobody out. Top of the first. Sorry about that, folks. We are back in business. Rutschman hitting from the left side. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Marsh hitting the top of the zone on the outside corner. The count 0-2. And your boy feels right back at home. I tell you what, when the game goes down, I feel like I'm falling out of a plane without a parachute. 0-2 on Rutschman. Henderson at first. Nobody out, top of the first. Game 1 of a 3-game series here at Kansas City. This one's lined into center field, a base hit. It'll drop in front of Isbell. Henderson will have to stop at second. But the Orioles have their first 2 base runners on against Marsh. They've got more guys on base against Marsh, 2 batters into the game, than they could manage against him in about 6 or 7 innings when they faced him last. If anybody can tell me how Gunnar got on base, I'm assuming he was walked, but he might have been hit by a pitch because that's when the screen froze on me. There was a ball low and in. Might have got him in the foot, but that's right when it froze. I didn't get a call. But if he's 0 for 0, it's either a walk or a hit by pitch. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. 1-0 the count on him. Hitting .319, 4 homers, 6 runs batted in. 2 on, nobody out. And the next one's in there for a called strike. Yep, I pulled the ripcord right in time. I was free falling. Hopefully no more interruptions with the broadcast tonight. The 1-1 from Marsh to O'Hearn is grounded to the right side. Pasquantino, there's a bit of a miscue there. Somehow the ball caroms over to the second baseman. Pasquantino then able to cover the bag. And they do get the lead runner, O'Hearn, on the ground out. But runners now move up, second and third. Yeah, that ball caromed off of Pasquantino, either his glove or his foot. And it took a very kind bounce to the second baseman. Pasquantino recovered by getting over to the bag to make that catch. 2 on for Anthony Santander. And the first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Santander with 15 RBI already in 17 ball games. 4 home runs, just a .203 average. But we can work with the low 200s average if he keeps driving in runs. And this is an RBI spot right here. Swing and a miss and a throw down to third. And they got Gunnar. How can you get picked off at third? How can you get picked off at third in that situation? Salvador Perez. Brandon Hyde is checking to see if they're going to challenge. How did he get picked off? Oh, it's close. Oh, he might be back in. I'd say challenge. Hopefully there's a better angle and it's more conclusive. And indeed, the Orioles are going to challenge. It is bang, bang. They need a shot where they freeze it. Yeah, it's going to be tough. There's no angle where you can really see the fingertips of Henderson touching the bag. Except maybe this one. But no, that's got the fielder's foot in the way. That's going to be their... I'm going to say we're not going to get this overturned. We might actually have a reason to challenge. Henderson might have been able to sneak in there, but there's just not a definitive shot. Play still under review. Either way, what Henderson was doing that far off of third base in that situation, unforgivable to get picked off at third base when you got second and third, 1 out in a scoreless game. You're that huge first run, and you can get driven in without the benefit of a hit. You can't get picked off, man. They're still reviewing this. I suppose the longer they take, the better our chances. but I'm still saying they're going to hold the call. Not enough definitive evidence here. The call in the field does indeed stand. Gunnar Henderson with a huge, huge mistake. Huge mistake. Gunnar's aggressive base running has been beneficial in so many circumstances, but last season, I remember, your boy remembers everything. All right, your boy doesn't remember everything, but he does remember at least 3 or 4 times last year where Gunnar was too aggressive. And this is popped up by Santander. A 2-out pop-up to center. Isbell makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Orioles get runners at second and third and 1 out and cannot score. First and second, nobody out. Cannot score. Gunnar Henderson picked off at third base. And that's how we start tonight's ball game. My goodness, that was rough. That was rough. Not fun. Not fun. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Royals coming up. Gunnar, what are you doing, buddy? What you doing? You're at third base. Damn, man. You know, you see a play like that from an opposing team, and you're like, what are you doing there? Thanks for the help. But, man, when you do it, it really does feel, it feels horrible. That's a run out there. Man. It'll be Garcia, Witt, and Pascantino to lead things off for the Royals in the bottom of the first. And look at Ryan. Ryan, this is a special series for you then. Got Kansas City roots, Orioles fan. Marlene, welcome in. Do I have live chat on? I think I do. Folks, if you're here right now and you haven't hit the like button, would you think about doing it? We got nearly 60 people here, just 21 likes. That means more than 2/3 of the people watching right now can't help out the boy giving them the content that they're enjoying. You could help. It's very easy. There's a thumb, a little thumb right below your screen. You tap it with your finger. You've liked the video. It helps this channel reach more people. And it's no cost to you, no obligation, no commitment. No salesman will visit your home. Sit back and enjoy the game, but just tap that like button while you're here. All right, bottom of the first. Dean Kramer out on the mound, making his 4th start of the season, 0-1 record. Michael Garcia at the plate, hitting just 164, and the first pitch to him is a swing and a miss. 0-1 on Garcia. 3 home runs, 12 RBI. He had a good series against the Orioles at the beginning of the month. This one's fouled back, 0-2. I tell you what, these City Connect jerseys for the Royals, the design I kind of like, but these new uniforms that are clearly cheaper made, they really do stand out on these Kansas City Connect jerseys. I mean, this jersey looks like it could fall apart with one run in the wash. I'm not joking. 1-2 the count on Garcia. And there's an outside pitch called strike 3. Kramer dots the outside edge. Garcia strikes out looking. 1 away. The feed is delayed. Yeah, there's going to be a delay, Maximus. I'll say it like I said in the opening. Folks, if you're watching the game while listening to me, you're going to be ahead of me. Best thing to do is pause the game the moment there's an out. Allow me to then catch up with you, announce that out, then unpause the game, then you're good to go for the rest of the night. Bobby Witt Jr. in there, hitting .321, 4 homers, 8 RBI. First pitch is a strike. And here comes the next one from Kramer. And this one is called strike 2. Wow, Kramer got some help there. A couple inches off the outside. And here's a comebacker. Kramer will flip it to first easily, and Witt retired quickly, 2 down. All right, that'll bring up Vinny Pasquantino hitting .262. Bases empty, 2 down. And the first pitch to him is a breaking ball for a called strike. 3 homers and 10 RBI. 0-1 pitch is low, 1-1. Pasquantino, part of this young core group of Royals that have really struggled for the past couple seasons, but you could see in the second half of last season a turnaround beginning. And with a couple of acquisitions in the winter, the Royals have been quite competitive so far. Up and into Pasquantino, 2-1 the count. Yeah, the other issue in terms of me being behind is here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one is just a bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I am now watching on a secondary channel, not my normal channel. So that I might be watching something a little bit behind myself. So you add up all the different spots along the way, and that's how you get the lag there. There's a pop-up on the infield, right on the lip of the outfield grass. Henderson on the second base side of the bag makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Royals go 1-2-3. We go to the second. No score here at Kauffman Stadium. I'll go ahead and check that other site again here. See if I can get the game back up. Because I'm pretty sure my normal broadcast is quicker. Either it's the same or it's quicker. Yeah, keep chirping in that Charm City chat, folks. Keep chirping it up. The bird watcher had a night off, or a day off, whatever you want to call it, and he needed it. The one thing I forgot to do was clean up the old face with a razor. I need a shave. I can't grow a Colton Cowser beard. I can't do anything on that level. Okay, it looks like we're ready to go here. Is this it right here? Top of the second? Okay, top of the second, and yes, indeed, I've got the other game back up now, and it looks like it's caught up. So we've already had an out here. Cedric Mullins is at the plate, which means Ryan Mountcastle was retired. All right, so folks, once again, 99% of the time, the bird watcher has got this game under control. 1-0 the count on Mullins. 1 out. Nobody on top of the second. And there's a hard ground ball to the right side. Pasquantino will scoop it up and take it to the bag himself for out number 2. Okay. Again, folks, apologies. I told you all about how to sync up the game. Now I feel like we've got the right game up again. So if you're unsynced, just go back to the same rules as before. Maybe go live on your game and then pause it again when I catch up to it, okay? Colton Cowser at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. He's batting .400. And he takes outside for ball 1. I did. Jim Palmer on the Ryan Ripken show. And the 1-0 to Cowser is on the outside edge for a called strike. 1-1 the count. What hurts even more about Gunnar getting picked off and coming away with no runs in that first inning is that it's this Marsh guy that we could not hit the first time out. That was such a golden chance. And there's a called strike to Cowser. He's not happy. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one looked a little bit inside. Yeah, so that was a squandered opportunity there. This one's hit in the air, foul off to the left. That's right, folks. Hey, thank you, Don. I'm going to try to have a great call now that the right game is up, although now that I already see the outcome of this at-bat because of a spoiler by the animation. The 1-2 pitch is up and away for ball 2. It's a balancing act. Doing this play-by-play on the live stream. 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Perfect location from Marsh. Outside edge, top of the zone, 95 miles an hour. The Orioles go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second. No score here in Kansas City. All right. Well, I do have some coffee. How about that start by Albert Suarez in the final game of the Twin Series, folks? How about that? I mean, talking about earning your way to another start. Not sure how long Tyler Wells is going to be out. Not sure when John Means is going to get back into this rotation. Although Means had a terrible rehab outing in his last outing. I think he only managed to get 1 out. Gave up like 5 runs. Was absolutely hit around. So at this point, I would say Suarez is definitely going to get a second start. And if he looks anywhere as good as he did in his first start, then I'm putting him ahead of Cole Irvin in the pecking order. In other words, once Means is ready or Wells is ready or Bradish is ready, whoever is going to be the next get a chance to return to the rotation, I think you got to keep Suarez over Irvin. If Suarez keeps it up, I love a good story like Suarez. Veteran guy. I thought he was 32, 33. He's 34 years old. 7 years since his last major league start. He's actually added velocity to his fastball. He's a better pitcher than he ever was. And that's sort of the beauty of the game. There aren't too many sports where you can kind of find your best stuff in your mid-30s. All right, Salvador Perez is going to lead it off here against Dean Kramer. Perez took Kramer deep back on April 1st. Let's try to keep it in the ballpark here, Dean. Perez hitting .324, a veteran catcher. Slow as dirt, but he can rake. This one is fouled off to the left. This one's hit hard, right center. Backing up. Santander, a step or two in front of the wall, makes the catch. Wow, Perez. That ball sounded loud off the bat. Had he pulled it, he's probably trotting around the bases, but he went the other way. He's got power to go that way, but didn't quite barrel it up. Santander with the catch just in front of the fence. So one loud out here in the bottom of the second, and that'll bring up MJ Melendez, left-handed hitter. And first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Bradish with a start on Sunday. This one's in the dirt. 2-0 on Melendez. I have no idea what's being talked about. The 2-0 to Melendez is in there for a strike. Kramer hitting the outside edge with a cutter. Melendez hitting .224. Another young player. This one swung on a missed. Kramer got him to chase a high fastball. A couple inches above the zone. And the count even up at 2-2. No score, bottom of the second. Base is empty. One out. And the 2-2 to Melendez is upstairs. And the count will run full. Yeah, I'm not sure either, Don. That's a mystery. That's a mystery to me. Somebody please crack that Da Vinci code in chat. Here's the payoff pitch. This one's reached for, grounded softly to second, Holiday to first in time, and Melendez is retired. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Five up, 5 down so far for Kramer. All right. Here's a swing and a miss by Nelson Velasquez. The DH today, Velasquez. 293, couple of homers, 7 RBI. He's a good hitter. This one is a called strike. Velasquez looks back at the ump. I don't blame him. That one was a little bit off the outside. 0-2 on Velasquez. 2 out, nobody on. Rutschman puts up the sign. Goes low and away again. This one lower and farther away for ball 1. Against the fastball, Velasquez is hitting .400 this season. Off-speed pitches, just 179. So you tell me what you should throw. Again off the plate outside. Kramer trying to get Velasquez to chase on those last 2 pitches after getting ahead 0-2. Now you got to come in there with something. How about something that isn't a fastball? 2-2 pitch. There's the breaking ball, but it's off the plate. Count runs full. Kramer turning an 0-2 count into a 3-2 count. Massey is on deck. The payoff pitch. Fouled away. Off to the right. I don't know what dates have to do with ESPN. I don't know what that comment has to do with anything. with dates. What? Oh, because Don said, did we date? Wow, that is a conversation I can't follow. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Kramer gets Velasquez swinging. And that's 6 up, 6 down for Dino. We head to the third. No score here in Kansas City. It'll be Westberg, Holiday, and back to the top of the order for Gunnar Henderson. Just 1 hit for either side so far. And 1 huge base running mistake for the Orioles. Let's see what's going on with some out-of-town scores, shall we? The Reds are up 2-1 over the Angels in the 7th. Red Sox up big over the Pirates, 6-0 in the 6th. The Phillies up big, 7-0 on the White Sox. By the way, Kansas City, while with a fantastic record and played us tough and are certainly not a team to underestimate, there is one thing that might be a sign that they're a little bit of a fluke in terms of their 12-7 record. 7 of their games have been against the White Sox. They've had a 3-game series and a 4-game series already. So 7 of their 19 games coming against, objectively, the worst team in baseball. So just keep that in mind. Houston ahead 3-1 on the Nats. Yankees and Rays scoreless in the 4th. Cleveland up 2-1 on Oakland in the 5th. Atlanta up by that same score over Texas in the 3rd. Final score, Cubs over the Marlins 8-3. We have Detroit, Minnesota, Milwaukee, and St. Louis coming up later, as well as Padres hosting the Blue Jays, Dodgers hosting the Mets, and Giants hosting the Diamondbacks. The Rockies and Mariners postponed. All right, you're all caught up with the out-of-town scoreboard, and I just accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. First pitch here to Westburg is a strike. Westburg hitting .317, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. 0-1 is outside. 1-1. All right. All right. I have no idea what's going on in the chat. Anybody feel like talking about baseball or? Okay, well, we got a full update now. This one is outside. 2-2 the count on Jordan Westburg, leading it off here in the top of the third. Westburg hitting .317. This one's low and away, and the count will go full on Westburg. Jackson Holliday is on deck, and all I ask is for something out of Jackson Holliday. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Marsh strikes out Westburg with a fastball, maybe an inch or two off the outside edge. Too close to take, too far away to do anything with. Nice location there by Marsh. Here's Holliday. First pitch to him is taken. Holliday ahead in the count. I repeat, Holliday ahead in a count. 1-0. The pitch. Check swing called strike. 1-1. A changeup that caught the outside edge at the bottom of the zone. Another nice location there from Marsh. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Inside fastball, Holliday comes up empty. The 1-2 to Jackson is taken low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jackson 1 for 25. Rutschman began his career 5 for his first 28. That's still not nearly as bad as this, though. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss on a fastball that, folks, that was not on the edge of the zone. That had plenty of the plate, and Holliday couldn't even get wood on it. On a fastball count, on a 3-2 count. So what is that, 18 strikeouts and 26 at-bats? This is getting ridiculous, folks. Here's Gunnar Henderson, 2 down, nobody on. I mean, I'm at the point now where it's, look, I have been holding the kid's hand while at the same time being realistic through this first 10 days or so. This one's in the dirt. Gunnar ahead in the count, 2-0. But, I mean, this is beyond. If it were any other player that we brought up, we would have been like, wow, okay, he's not working out. We need to send him back down. If it was any other player, we would. The only reason is that number 1 prospect tag, and it's like people don't want to see him fail. Well, folks, he is failing. And the longer we allow him to fail like this, the harder it's going to be for him to get back on track. We just have to bite the bullet that maybe the kid ain't ready. He's only 20 years old. He's got a long career ahead of him. But we got to start thinking about a plan that might involve sending him back down for a little bit. This is grounded off to the right foul. Now, if he were 1 for 25, but only striking out, I don't know, 8 to 10 times. Maybe hit the ball hard a couple of times and just had bad luck. Or maybe at least did some situational things, moving runners over and whatnot. But he's not contributing anything at the plate right now. And even in the field, he's a little shaky. Swing and a miss by Henderson, and he strikes out to win the inning. So 3 up, 3 down go the Orioles. Alec Marsh is back to making things difficult for us. We head to the bottom of the third. Scoreless here in Kansas City. Again, folks, it's always tough. It's always tough because I remember after the second game, the first game I saw the nerves and I'm like, okay, first game nerves, it can happen. Then it happened in the second game and I'm like, wait a minute. To have first game nerves is common. To have it in the second game, that's a signal. That's something to keep an eye on. And by the third game, I'm already going, too early to tell. I need a little bit more of a sample size, but every time Jackson is either touching the ball in the field or every time he comes up to the plate, he's not looking comfortable. Might just be, what do you call it? Might just be a random, coincidence. But no, it's not a coincidence. Thankfully, we have a very strong lineup where we can hide him in the 9 spot, and so far it hasn't really come back to bite us. But again, even if we're still winning while he's sitting there struggling, it's not good for him. It's not good for him. Red Sox going to pass the Orioles in home runs soon. Well, that's fine. I never expected the Orioles to lead the league in home runs at any stage of the season. Our team really isn't built to contend to be a home run leader. Didn't the Braves set the all-time record or come close last season? I think they and the Twins from about 8 years ago. All right, we're back underway here in the bottom of the third. Michael Massey with his first plate appearance of the season. He played in 129 games last year with a .229 average. This one stroked down to the right field corner, foul. 1-1 on Massey. He'll be followed by Hunter Renfroe and Kyle Isbell. This pitch is hit on the ground, again fouled down to the right side. There you go. Holiday is half the hitter of Bartolo Colon. Try and chew on that for a minute, folks. Jackson Holiday, half the hitter Bartolo Colon is. Upstairs to Massey, and the count now 2-2. Massey leading it off in the bottom of the third. Scoreless ball game, game 1 of a 3-game series. The Orioles starting the first of a 6-game road trip. This one is fouled back, and the count remains 2-2 on Massey. Yeah, I know there's definitely home runs there, especially when you consider that a lot of our players really haven't hit their home run peak potential, so they should only be going up. This one's in the dirt, and the count goes full. But, I mean, Jordan Westberg, did anybody think he'd already have, 4 or 5 home runs? I mean, he's showing that he might have 25 to 30 home run power. Here's the payoff pitch to Massey. Hit on the ground, and Henderson will field it on the second base side of the bag with the shift on. Over to first in time. Henderson retires Massey, 1 away here in the bottom of the third. I saw somebody put out a predictions list, coming up with a prediction for every team. And their prediction was that the Orioles would set the record for most doubles in a season, which I said, yeah, that makes sense considering the kind of team we have, the kind of ball we play. Here's Hunter Renfroe, first pitch, low and away for ball one. I mean, I can see that. I could see Gunnar hitting 40-plus doubles. Adley getting near there. This one's off the plate outside. Yeah, and plus with our speed, we turn a lot of would-be singles into doubles. But, yeah, we got power. We basically have everything. We got speed if we need it. If we got to play small ball, if we got to move runners over, we can do that. But we can also hit it out of the park. Here's a called strike. 2-2 the count. Or, excuse me, 2-1 the count on Hunter Renfroe. And this one's inside. Yeah, Sean, I'm thinking Westberg might have a higher ceiling than that with the power. I mean, a couple of his home runs have been to the opposite field already. He was able to clear Baltimore the other day. I mean, if you can clear Baltimore and you can hit home runs to the opposite field in walk-off fashion, that smells like a 25-30 guy to me. I might be a little optimistic. I'm pretty sure they don't project him to be a 30 homer guy. But projections have been wrong before. Here's a pop-up. Right side. Holiday going out, calling off everybody. And he'll make the catch. Here's an injury update on Tyler Wells. Right elbow inflammation. 15-day DL. Not sure if they started it retroactive to the day after that last start or if it started a day or two later when Suarez got called up. But either way, he's going to miss at least a few starts. More elbow issues with another major league pitcher. 2 down for Isbell. First pitch to him is up and away for ball one. A curveball that didn't break the way Kramer wanted. Isbell hitting just .216 with a home run and 4 RBI. PBS News not very good tonight. Well, Maria, if it's bad news, we probably don't want to hear it tonight. Here's a ground ball to second. Holiday to first in time, and just like that, the Royals retired easily again. Dean Kramer, 9 up, 9 down through 3. We need a great start, Dino. Let's get some offense going. We go to the 4th. Orioles nothing, Royals nothing. And your boy might need a lucky. Suarez did great. He better be out there. What will it be? Game 1 in L.A.? Or no, Game 2. It'll be Burns. Who do we got? Who do we have for the rest of the series? I think it's Irvin tomorrow night and then Burns on Sunday. Is that right? Or is it Burns and then Irvin? I don't know. I'm losing. I do know Corbin Burns is matched up against Cole Reagans, the Royals ace. So another ace-on-ace matchup. Let's see if we can figure this out here. This is going to be the next game here. Do they already have the pitching matchups here? Yep, it's Burns versus Reagans tomorrow, folks. 6:10 a.m. local time for me. So 7:10 p.m. for you guys. I'll be on at 7 o'clock tomorrow. 6 o'clock a.m. for me. Burns versus Reagans. Folks, you're not going to want to miss that game. You are not going to want to miss that game. That is a matchup. And then on Sunday, Cole Irvin against Seth Lugo. Ooh, Lugo 3-0 with an ERA of 1.05. And Cole Irvin, ooh, boy. Okay, so, folks, hopefully Burns is going to win the battle of the aces on tomorrow's game. Sunday, Kansas City, has to be said, has the advantage in terms of pitching matchup. So we need to We need to win this game tonight to set the tone for this series to try to win it. You know what I'm saying? Adley Rutschman at the plate. Want to know the count on Rutschman. Next pitch is a called strike, outside edge. 1-1. Trying to get you back to the game here tonight. And we are kind of there. This one's in the dirt. Okay, we're back up and running. Yeah, going to be a great matchup tomorrow. Reagans against Burns. Guys, you're going to want to be here. Tell your friends. The bird watcher community grows day by day. Well, we'll look at some of the targets we're looking for. Here's a line drive base hit in the right field by Rutschman. Hit hard on the ground through the right side. And Adley has the only 2 hits in this game for either side. Here in the top of the 4th. Adley 2 for 2. Everybody else hitless. Everybody else. Orioles, Royals. Okay, here's Ryan O'Hearn. Come on, boys. We got a runner on base and nobody out. Heart of the order due up. First pitch to O'Hearn is in the dirt for ball 1. Come on, Orioles chat. Let's get going. Time to wake up. The sun is up. The coffee's cold. The pitch swung on, drilled. Right center field. Isbell looking up. And he makes the catch, leaping up against the wall. Oh, my. He didn't rob a home run. That ball would have stayed in the park, but he certainly robbed extra bases. Ryan O'Hearn flies out to the deepest part of the ballpark. Isbell had to run forever to get there. And he makes the catch up against the wall. Rutschman had to turn around and speed back to first base. He does so. 1 away for Anthony Santander. My goodness. Low and away to Santander. Low and in, excuse me. All right, we've got the bugle charge, but gosh darn it. Came up just a little bit short on that O'Hearn swing. Inside to Santander, 2-0. Come on, Tony. Let's get these bats going. I'm sick of this Alec Marsh guy looking like, Tom Glavine or something against us. He's not that good. The 2-0. Fouled away, 2-1. I mean, Kramer so far is pitching his guts out. 9 up, 9 down. Let's get him a run. 2-1 on Santander. The pitch, swing and a miss. Well, if it's either a swing and a miss or a foul tip at the plate that's dropped by the catcher, ball lands right there in front of the catcher. 2-2 the count. Might Adley think about taking off with this pitch? I might consider it. The 2-2. Hit in the air, foul behind the plate. Adley apparently staying put. It feels like Santander can hang in there and make contact. I'd like to see Adley in motion. Try to get first and third with this 1 out. Another 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, fouled back again. So again, Santander able to hang in there on that Marsh fastball and foul it away. He appears to be trying to brace himself for any off-speed pitches and is happy to foul off the fastball. Next pitch is a breaking ball. He just got a piece, and this is a swinging bunt. They're going to wait for it to roll foul, and it just does. Wow. That ball nearly stopped rolling before it finally just made it over the foul side of the line on a swinging bunt by Santander. 2-2 the count. Long at bat here. Marsh up to 53 pitches in the fourth. That's fine. As long as he keeps it to maybe 65 or less by the time he gets out of this inning, he's in good shape. Good looking out, Sean. What was Sean doing good at looking out for? Weird vibes? Did things get weird? Did Maria make things weird? Uh-oh. Well, remember, folks, it is Baltimore. Not only are we charming, we're a little bit weird, too. 2-2 the count on Santander. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled at the plate. The crowd thought it was strike three. But he just got a piece of it. It could have been a foul tip that Perez had a chance to hold on to, but it popped out of his glove. So life here for Santander. Another pitch to offer at. Here comes the 2-2, and it's low and in. Count runs full. This is a solid professional at bat so far from Santander. Making Marsh work. Even if Tony can't do something positive with this at bat, he is doing something positive and allowing the rest of his teammates to get a good look at Marsh and make him work hard to get this out. Here's a check on the runner at first. Adley back in. He's in there standing. Just had to step over, barely off the bag. Appears to be laughing about the fact that he was even checked on. Maybe Marsh just wanted a breather for a sec. Okay, the payoff pitch once more to Santander. Outside, and Santander lays off. Fantastic at bat there from Santander. And you can see Marsh visibly unhappy with himself, which is a good thing. I feel like that's what we need. Maybe Marsh comes in here with that confidence after he pitched so well against us in that first outing. It's going to take at-bats like the one Santander just had to get under Marsh's skin, I think. And here's one low and away to Mountcastle. So a slider that started off the plate and finished even further away. Mountcastle struck out back in the second. That was the at-bat your boy missed because of his stream issues. A 3-pitch strikeout. This one is called strike one. A sinker, bottom of the zone, outside corner. 1-1 on Mountcastle. Rutschman at second. Santander at first. One away, top of the fourth. No score. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. There's the castle emoji. Nice going there, Carrie. Let's get some castles. Some castles in the sky. 2-1 on Mountie. Low for ball three. All right. Adley at second. Santander at first. One away in a 3-1 count on Mountcastle. Here it comes. Low and away for ball four. And the bases are loaded. Folks, Cedric the Entertainer is up next. Has there been a hotter bat in the past few games than one Cedric Mullins? He's had a fantastic week. And here's a meeting out on the mound with Marsh. A meeting on the mound with Marsh, and Massey's there too. That's a lot of M's. A mound meeting with Marsh and Massey. That's right. Get those castles up. Oh, wait a minute. He's already done. Get those. I don't know. What's our Cedric Mullins go-to emoji? Is there an emoji of somebody making every conceivable catch possible? All right. Mullins is at the plate. Alec Marsh on the mound. Pitch number 62. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here it comes. Hit in the air. Shallow. And the left fielder will make the catch. It's too shallow for Adley to tag and score. Unbelievable. Mullins pops out to shallow left field, and the bases remain loaded. All right, folks. We need to make a quick transition. Calling all cows. Calling all cows. I repeat. We need a miracle. We need a 2-out miracle from the milkman. Colton Cowser at the plate, 2 down, bases loaded, no score. And the pitch. Check swing. He did not go around. 1 ball and no strikes. Come on, Colton. Wait for your pitch. If he is too afraid to give you something good, take the walk. That still puts us on the board. We need runs. Here's a check on second. And Santander back to the bag, standing. Cowser with a big smile on his face. Again, seems to just be really enjoying life playing baseball right now. You love to see it. The 1-0. Hit on the ground, second base. This should get him out of the inning, and it does. Cowser grounds out to second. The bases are left loaded. Ouch. We go to the bottom of the 4th, no score. Can we please give Dean Kramer something? I mean, 2nd and 3rd in the 1st, 1 away, can't score. Bases loaded, 1 away, can't score. Janet, I think I agree with you. Considering our bad luck at the plate, trying to drive in a run, your boy might need to create some luck of his own with a lucky. Stand by, folks. We got no score here going to the bottom of the 4th. Hey, by the way, before your boy reaches for a lucky, why don't you reach for the like button? We're just 1 away from 30 likes. There's 70-something people here, which means more than half of you are watching right now. And you could just help out the channel by hitting the like button. I know it seems petty. I know it seems like there's no reason for me to do it. It's meaningless. I'm saying there is meaning. I'm saying you're helping the channel because YouTube sees those like counts and they go, okay, people are enjoying this channel. Why don't we bump up this kid in the algorithm so that more people might see them in their recommends? That's all it is. So hit that like button. Help out the bird watcher. By the way, I'll check out the sub count. We're going for 500, folks. We're going for 500 for this series. By the end of the series, we're already at 450-something. So I'm hoping on an average of 17 or 18 subs a night, we'll hit 500. All right, I'm going to reach for a lucky. I'll be calling the next half inning off screen. As we get ready for the bottom of the 4th, it'll be the top of the order. Garcia, Witt, and Pascantino. Okay, Kramer's first pitch to Garcia is, wow, perfectly located, but he doesn't get the call. Top of the zone, outside corner. 1-0 on Garcia. That's tough on Kramer. That was perfectly placed. Next pitch hit on the ground. Second base. Holiday on a bounce. Over to first. That is as routine as it gets. And I will say that Holiday is looking more and more comfortable in the field. I will give that credit to Jackson. He's had a couple of mistakes, a couple of bobbles in recent games, but compared to his first few games, I would say I'm seeing an improvement in relaxation at the field, which is good. One away, bottom of the fourth. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch is high for ball one, a fastball from Kramer. Witt grounded out back in the first. Kjerstad with another homer for Norfolk. Wow. Here's a check swing and a ball inside. 2-0. Hey, if we can get an update on the latest Heston Kjerstad stat line, average homers and RBI, that would be great. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. A nice cutter that broke just off the outside edge. Witt chased on a 2-0. By far the most dangerous hitter in this Royals lineup. The next pitch is fouled back 2-2. Sean, the whip is on it. The 2-2 is reached for, hit on the ground softly. Kramer's going to try to cover the bag and does so in time. Wow. Well done, as that could have been a very confusing play on a slow roller toward first base. Kramer got off the mound quickly. Mountcastle did well to field it and allow Kramer to cover the bag to get the speedy Bobby Witt Jr. I tell you what, that has to be done perfectly. That's why you do that drill in spring training 1,000 times. 2 down here in the fourth for Vinny Pasquantino. 0 for 1 so far. Everybody's 0 for 1 or 0 for 2. Low and into him. The 1-0 is hit on the ground, foul off to the right. That is some kind of, is that a elbow guard? Looks like it goes all the way down his arm. I guess it's just the same color as an arm sleeve. 1-1 on Pasquantino, and this one's hit hard. Down the right field corner. That ball's going to get out of here. Vinny Pasquantino with a line drive home run to right field. And the Royals have taken the lead here in the bottom of the fourth, 1-0. And boy, oh boy, you knew it was just a matter of time before those runs the Orioles had a chance to score would come back to bite us. Here we are now in a losing position on the first base runner that Dean Kramer has given up. The first 11 batters retired. Batter number 12, home run, and the Royals are winning. I mean, talk about tough luck for Dino. 2 down here in the fourth. The Royals now ahead 1-0. And this one's outside. And 73 at-bats. Kjerstad hitting .342, 8 homers, 28 RBI. Wow, so really he hasn't had many RBI since... what is it, like 10 days ago now? He had 25 RBI like after the first 6 games. Or something crazy. Still, the average is great. OPS, great. 1-1 the count now on Perez. Oh, Bradfield is doing well. If Bradfield can hit, then maybe we can get him up sooner than we thought. I mean, I don't think any point this year. I think it'll be at least till next year. 2-1 on Perez. But, I mean, we need another guy that can have the kind of range out in center that Cedric Mullins has. 2-1, low and away. And apparently the scoreboard had it wrong because that was ball 4, even though it now says 3-1. Perez takes his base. So Kramer gives up the home run and now a walk right after retiring the first 11 batters he faced. And that will draw the attention of Drew French out for a chat. And this is sort of vintage Dean Kramer. There's stages of a start where he looks dominant, and then there's stages where he'll give up the home run. Your boy takes a lucky break and doesn't feel very lucky. Okay, the meeting on the mound is over. And so is my lucky. MJ Melendez steps in. First pitch is inside to Melendez for ball one. And your boy is back in the corner. Outside, 2-0 on Melendez. Runner at first, 2 down. The Royals ahead 1-0 on a home run from Vinny Pasquantino. Foul back behind the plate. And the count even up at 2-2. Long way to go in this one. Not a whole lot of offense on either side yet. There's a called strike on a breaking ball. Melendez was not ready for that pitch. Count even up at 2-2. And the pitch. Inside, high. Count runs full. I know it seems like it makes sense on paper to. This one is popped foul behind the plate. On paper, you look at what Kjerstad's doing, you look at what Hayes has done, and you go, yeah, why isn't Kjerstad taking up Hayes' spot on this major league roster? Well, I really think it comes down to the fact that it's a left-handed bat and a right-handed bat, and bringing up another lefty right now in the outfield kind of brings a bit of imbalance to the team. Now, I get it. I mean, at this point, I just put Kjerstad in there against lefties anyway. But he's not going to play in the field, at least not in left field. And if Santander is in right field, and against right-handed pitchers, you know O'Hearn is going to DH. Where do you put Kjerstad? There's a swing and a miss. Melendez strikes out, and Kramer gets out of the inning. We'll go to the fifth. The Royals have taken the lead on a solo home run from Vinny Pasquantino, 1-0 Kansas City. Because, yeah, I mean, look at our lineup right now the way it is against right-handed pitching. Other than the fact that Jackson Holliday is struggling, and you could make the case to send him down, maybe bring up a guy like Kobe Mayo, play him at third, and move Westberg over to second base. That's what I'd like to see. But if you bring up Kjerstad, right, and you're looking at a lineup against right-handed pitching, I mean, this lineup tonight is pretty much our best lineup against right-handers. Where does Kjerstad fit in here? Between O'Hearn, Santander, and Mountcastle, they all got to play, and they all have to play either a corner outfield, DH, or first base spot. Those are the spots for Kjerstad. You got left field. Well, Colton Cowser's there. You want to take the bat out of Cowser's hand? No. So really the only spot for Kjerstad is when our lineup is a little weaker against lefties, but he's a left-handed hitter too. Yeah, O'Hearn is real, and I've said it before, Sean. Sean, you can back me up. I've said it several times. Kjerstad is the perfect person to replace Ryan O'Hearn if Ryan O'Hearn, for whatever reason, whether it was a fall off in production, an injury, a trade, whatever, that's the spot for Kjerstad. That's where he fits in perfect. But O'Hearn's doing great for us right now. There's just not a spot for Kjerstad that makes sense. Mayo would make sense. Can you see this lineup, folks, with Mayo at third base and Westberg moved to second? Maybe you stick Mayo in between Mullins and Cowser, so then you have that righty-lefty breakup. No two right-handers batting in a row. And then against left-handers, you take O'Hearn out of DH. You could put Mayo there. And then have Westberg. And there's other things you can do. Or you can give Hayes a chance against a lefty. All right, we're about to get underway here. In the top of the fifth, Jordan Westberg to lead things off against Marsh. First pitch to him is upstairs. So that's why I think the next call-up that makes sense is Mayo over Kjerstad. And it has nothing to do with production. It just has to do with logistics. Here's a called strike on the outside edge. Don's the anti-moderator. Don, do you no longer want the moderator tag? It's okay if you don't. This one's grounded to second. A bit of a double clutch there, but Westberg is eventually thrown out by Massey on a ground ball. One down here in the top of the fifth. Marsh continues to cruise. I say that. He's been in trouble a couple of times. Hey, Seeley, the Orioles are currently losing 1-0. And they should have at least a couple of runs on the board, but they've missed some chances. This one's popped up by Holiday on one pitch. Center field, 2 out. A 1 pitch out for Jackson Holiday. Well, I guess that's one way to not strike out. Pop out on your first pitch. Jackson Holiday, folks. Jackson Holiday. What are we talking now? 1 for 27? And again, I can count the number of balls he's hit hard on one nose. I think he's had one hard hit ball, I remember, hit to right field somewhat deep. Everything else has been strikeouts or poor contact. 0-1 on Henderson. 2 down, nobody on top of the fifth. And this one's fouled back, 0-2. That's the 70th pitch from Marsh. It looks like he'll be good to go another 6 innings tonight against us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the chances we had right in the first inning. First 2 men on base. A chance to get an early lead on this guy. Up and away. 1-2 on Gunnar Henderson. He was hit by a pitch back in that first inning. Hitting .284 at the moment. This one's hit hard off to the left foul. Oh, that little jump on the scoreboard tells me everything I need to know about this particular at-bat. And the 1-2 is hit on the ground. Second baseman Massey over to first in time, and the inning is over. This ball game is halfway in the books. Just 3 hits between these two teams, but Kansas City with the lead, 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Ugh. Come on. This is getting frustrating. All right. Your boy has earned it. It's time to check in on the Birdwatcher channel as we look to hit closing in on 500 subs. Folks, it's going to be quite the milestone to hit 500 at this stage of the channel. It's 3 weeks in. 3 weeks and a day, I guess. 3 weeks plus 1 day. What if we get it up to 480 tonight? I don't know. It's 475, 480. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Come on, get on in there. Get on in there. You want me to talk like one of those, what do you call it? Auctioneers? Hey, 460, can I get 461? 461 now, 462. 460, do I hear 461? Do I hear 460? Yeah, that could get annoying really fast. Okay, we'll check in. I'm killing it. It's true. It's true. Hey, one thing I really like to see, guys, looking at the analytics, I look at the previous game I called, and it shows me how many returning viewers there are. That number is in the upper 500s, which means that at least 100 people watching right now, or at some point during the game, were here for the last game, which means that and you're not subscribed. So if you're coming back, go ahead and sub it up. Thanks, folks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would also like it to be known that whenever I go on a sub run, when people start subbing up later in the ball game, it's helped the Orioles rally to wins. There's a reason to do it. Okay, Velasquez is up to start the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is low and away for ball 1. Velasquez 0 for 1 tonight. Just his second at bat here in the bottom of the 5th. And this one's lifted in the air. Shallow right, well, not even right field. It's first base side and foul ground. About 15, 20 feet beyond first base in the foul ground. Mountcastle with the catch. And Kramer induces a foul pop-up to begin the 5th. I mean, other than one mistake pitch, it's been perfection from Dean Kramer. Take one pitch away, and he's thrown a perfect game. And yet he's losing. First pitch is a called strike to Massey. That's right. Never miss a game because you know the bird watcher won't. I am committed. The 0-1 hit hard foul off to the left. Hey, Maximus, would you be surprised if I told you that I spent a decade writing for NBC Sports Premier League? I was a beat writer for the Premier League. So your boy, the Birdwatcher, plenty of Premier League experience and knowledge on a professional level. Here's the 1-2 to Massey. That one's in the dirt, 2-2. Maximus, I'd ask you which club you support, but I'm afraid you're going to say the one I don't want to hear. Because then you and I are going to have to become mortal enemies. And I wouldn't want that. But I'm happy to have you here. Happy you found me. Tell your friends. We can talk Premier League here and there during the broadcast. This one's hit hard in the right center field. It's going to get down and split the gap. Backhanding it is Santander, but, Massey is going to be able to cruise into second base with a one-out double. So his first major league start of the season, and he hits an extra base hit in his second plate appearance in a tight ball game. Well, you're surprised, really. Yes, really. I was the senior staff writer by the time all was said and done. Who do you think? The club currently at the top of the table. That's the club I hope you're not a fan of. Because I'm the club of the rival. I'm a supporter of the rival club. Hunter Renfroe at the plate, and this one's at the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Renfroe popped up back in the third. Runner at second, one down. Bottom of the fifth. This one's hit on the ground. Henderson's got it. Checks the runner back to second, over to first in time. 2 away. So it's not that club, right, Maximus? Kjerstad homers again tonight. Okay. Well, again, I am willing to sub him out for Hayes as long as everybody's okay with the fact that Kjerstad isn't going to play every day. And he might actually get more at-bats against lefties than righties with the way our roster is set up right now. Kyle Isbell at the plate. First pitch to him is over the plate but low. Isbell grounded out to second, back in the third. He's got a runner at second right now with 2 down. And the 1-0 is hit in the air to center, but right at Mullins, who has to move a few feet to his right to make the catch. No, I'm not, Maximus. Isn't Arsenal at the top of the table or what? You're making me say Arsenal. Fine, I said it. I said Arsenal. Where are they in the table right now? Oh, City. Okay, City just leapfrogged the Gunners. City at the top of the table by a couple of points. Yeah, just don't be an Arsenal fan, Maximus. That's all I'm asking. You want to be... Yeah, United is nowhere close. I don't know why you thought... I thought that. They haven't been close to the top since the Alex Ferguson era. I see. I see. Yes. Yes. I see. I see. Let's see if your boy can find an old... No, I am not. Okay, that's fine. Let me go to like a Roto World. There we go. Maybe I can find like an old... Oh, by the way, Yahoo would also pick up my stuff as well. I mean, how old is this? Yeah, if we're talking about club size, sure. I'm talking about success in the league, of which United have not had for several years. They've been underachieving and have run through about 5 or 6 different managers since the departure of Alex Ferguson. And how far back does this go? Here's me in January 2015. Now, again, this is showing, you can see right here, NBC Sports Edge. They kind of rebranded. But it's also picked up by Yahoo. So my stuff sort of went out everywhere. But, yeah, it's all about baseball now. Your boy's back with the baseball. Hey, 2 new subs. Thanks, folks. We are on the road to 500. Let's get in there. Okay, Rutschman, O'Hearn, and Santander will be due up here in the top of the 6th. Marsh is out there once more. He's on 73 pitches. Let's hope we can finally get to him. And there's a called strike to Rutschman to begin the at-bat. That one looked a little bit inside. Rutschman has a pair of hits already tonight, the only 2 hits for the Orioles. And this one's hit on the ground hard, but right at Pasquantino, who made the catch just off the top of the dirt. So hard off the bat from Rutschman, but bad luck. And Marsh. Oh, no. I hope I don't suck. Here's O'Hearn. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. 0 for 2 tonight. His average still over 300. 306. OPS still over 1,000. Let's tie this ball game up on one swing. What do you say, Ryan? There's a called strike on the outside edge. 1-1. I mean, come on, offense. Let's go. Don't do your boy Dean like this. He's putting in a quality start. One mistake pitch, otherwise perfect. Here's a bad swing by O'Hearn. A curveball low and in. He tried to lay off, but he was already more than halfway around his swing. Of course, O'Hearn, the former Royal, and this one's hit foul off to the left. Kansas City 12-7, the Orioles 12-6, two of the better ball clubs in baseball going head-to-head for the second time already this season. Here's the 1-2 low. 2-2 on O'Hearn. One out, nobody on. The Orioles trying to get the bats awake again. Hopefully this is the last time we see Marsh this season. Swing and a miss. O'Hearn strikes out on a curveball low and in. This Marsh guy has got our number. I mean, he's had some help tonight with some bad base running and some untimely hitting in RBI situations, but I don't know what he's doing against us. He's not doing it against anybody else. This one's fouled away by Santander. 0-1 the count. And Marsh is now on 82 pitches. This will likely be his last inning. And I'll be happy about it. It'll give us 3 innings to get after this Royals bullpen for at least 1 run. 0-1 pitches, line foul. And now Santander in the hole. 2 down, nobody on, and an 0-2 count. Marsh 1 strike away from a 6th clean inning. I don't like Marsh. The 0-2. Pop foul behind the plate. I mean, somebody put a cursed object in this guy's locker or something. 0-2 inside to Santander. Santander worked that long walk in his last at-bat. So while Marsh has been tough to hit, Rutschman the only batter to get hits off of him tonight. Here's a line drive, right center field. That one's going to get down and split the gap for extra bases. Santander, I was just about to say, while Rutschman, the only player with hits off of Marsh tonight, Santander looking comfortable, drawing the walk in that last at-bat, and now waiting for his pitch. He squares it up and splits the right center field gap for a 2-out double. Okay, folks, tying run in scoring position. And Marsh is going to get lifted right here. So no quality start for Marsh. He can't complete 6 innings, but he does leave with the lead, and all he can do is get a no decision, worst case scenario. He can't lose the ball game. Tying run is on. They'll go to the bullpen. And with Mountcastle at the plate, I'm going to assume they're going to go to a righty to get the 1 out and then hopefully bring out a lefty because it'll be Mullins and Cowser due up right after. We'll see how Kansas City handles it. It's a bullpen game now. It's time for these Oriole bats to wake up. How many times have we seen it so far this season, folks? The starter shuts us down. They go to the bullpen, and immediately the bats wake up. Speaking of waking up, I am getting mush-mouthed over here. Your boy needs to wake up with more coffee. Let's wake these bats up. Is there a bat in here? Show me a bat. And no, not the kind that flies around. There we go. I'll take a cricket bat. I don't care. I'll take a cricket bat. Let's wake up the bats. The number 8 hitting catcher, are you talking about Sean Murphy? Has Sean Murphy gone crazy? Murphy's a good hitter. I know he hits low in the order, but that's because the Braves have a sick order. I've actually seen Murphy hit 9th. Let's see who the Royals are going to bring out. Oh, no, not Schreiber. Schreiber is the one guy in the pen that has been unhittable. He comes in with an ERA of 0. Oh, Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud. Nice. d'Arnaud, you didn't. All right, Schreiber is on. And, folks, again, this guy, he's made 9 appearances, an ERA of 0. Opponents hitting 172. 8 2/3 scoreless innings. 0-1 the count here on Mountcastle, and the next pitch is outside, 1-1. So Travis d'Arnaud, I forgot. So they have Murphy and d'Arnaud? That's not a bad 1-2 punch at catcher. This one's fouled back. One and 2 on Mountcastle. 2 down with a tying run at second base. The pitch fouled back. Ooh, that ball was up and in. Mountcastle somehow got a piece. I don't know how he got a piece, but he did. That one bounced off the umpire's mask. Bruce Dreckman behind the plate. 1-2 the count on Mountcastle. 2 down. The pitch. Swung on, tapped in front of the pitcher, and it's going to stay fair. He will throw to first. A low throw, but they got him. Wow. Schreiber nearly spiked that throw to first into the dirt. Pasquantino able to field that low throw from only a few feet away, and the Orioles stay off the board. My goodness, we go to the bottom of the 6th. Kansas City 1, Baltimore nothing. The bird watcher is starting to mutate. I feel like I'm going through some kind of metamorphosis. The bird is now turning into some kind of creature of the night. Is there a full moon? I'm ready to wig out. Can we open up the floodgates? Get some runs. Soto just went deep for the Yanks. Again, folks, this is a huge first game because we got a huge pitching matchup tomorrow. Reagans versus Corbin Burns. So that's going to be a tough one. You would hope Burns will get the edge. And then game 3, they're sending out 3-0 Seth Lugo versus our 0-2 Cole Irvin. They definitely have the advantage in game 3 on the mound. Game 2, it's kind of close, although, Burns, you're going to take Burns over Reagans any day if you can sit there and just pick a team like you're out at recess. But still, it's this game where we've had a great start from Dean Kramer. This is the game we want to win. Alec Marsh. He went 7 innings in his first appearance, so he combined for 12 2/3 innings in his 2 starts, giving up 1 run, 11 strikeouts. I never want to see him again. Meanwhile, Dean Kramer out to start the bottom of the sixth with the top of the order up. Garcia, first pitch swinging. This is trouble down into the right field corner, but it's foul. Oh, that was huge. Garcia can run for days. And with the deep well in the corners here at Kauffman Stadium, that had triple written all over it. Fortunately, it lands just foul, and it's simply strike one. With Garcia leading it off here in the bottom of the sixth. He'll be followed by Bobby Witt Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino. Kramer on 75 pitches. As long as he doesn't get into much trouble here, he should be good for the sixth. And if he does get in any trouble, we're going to go to the bullpen either way. This one's outside. 1-1 on Garcia. John Rocker at a Sunday church service. My goodness. Here's one on the outside edge for a called strike. 1-2 the count on Garcia. This one's lifted in the air to right center. Will it hang up long enough? It will. Santander will make the catch. And there's one down here in the bottom of the sixth. Booty smacker, 513. That's right, folks. There may have been 512 previous booty smackers, but it's Booty Smacker 513 that has made his mark. Booty Smacker 513. This is why I love calling games. You're never going to hear John Miller call a game and then shout out Booty Smacker 513. Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate. 1 out, nobody on, and the first pitch is well outside and in the dirt. 1-0 on Witt Jr., who's 0 for 2 tonight. And the pitch is off the plate. 2-0. That's the 80th pitch for Kramer. The 2-0 from Kramer is called strike, and that was generous. A cutter that might have started on the outside edge, but by the time it got to the plate, it was 4 or 5 inches outside. Maybe 3 or 4 inches. I'll be fair. The 2-1, foul back, and it's 2-2. That's right, 5-1-3 in the hizzy. Smacking that booty 513 times. Booty smacker. You got to take a break. The 2-2 is low and away for ball 3. That one was nowhere near the plate. Witt easily lays off, and the count will run full. The payoff pitch to Witt. Check swing, and he'll take ball 4. Kramer goes into a crouch. He wanted that pitch. Brandon Hyde has his hand up as to go, where was that? It had the bottom of the zone on the outside edge, and it tailed back really late. It looks like it probably stayed just off the plate. It was a beautiful pitch, a backdoor pitch with some tailing action. Unfortunately, it started a little bit too far off the plate for it to make its way back into the zone. So a one out walk. And here is the man who's supplied the only offense in the game tonight for either side. Vinny Pasquantino had that solo home run his last time up. This one's over the plate but low. 2-0 on Pasquantino. Average now at 270, 4 home runs, 11 RBI. OPS just a tick over 900. Let's go O's. We need to get out of this inning here. How about a double play ball? This one's outside, 3-0. So Kramer clearly not interested in giving Pasquantino anything to hit after being taken deep in the last matchup. I'm sure there's somebody getting loose in the pen. That one's right down the middle. A 3-0 cookie. Pasquantino taking all the way. The count 3-1 now. Dangerous count. Don't give in here, Dino. And a beautifully placed cutter on the outside corner to get the count back full. Well placed by Dean Kramer. That was a clutch pitch. Trying to get Pasquantino here. Full count now. 1 out. And the pitch. Low and in for ball 4. So Kramer fell behind 3-0. Got back into the count. Only to issue the free pass after all was said and done. 2 on with 1 out. And Drew French is back out there for a chat. And I think this is more to buy some time for the bullpen to get loose. They have yet to cut to the bullpen to show us who, if anybody, is out there. I got to imagine somebody's up. 1-0 Kansas City here in the first game of a 3-game series in Missouri. Again, a long meeting on the mound without a single cut to the bullpen to show us who might be getting loose. Clearly somebody has to be. Salvador Perez will be due up next to hit. All right. The Bell Atlantic call to the bullpen. This is the book that got Bubba cooked. Okay, we're ready to go. Perez in the box. First and second, 1 down. First pitch to Sally is lifted, but he got it off the end of the bat. He knew it as soon as he swung. Cowser in left field makes the catch. Witt Jr. fakes going to third, but no chance as Cowser gets it back in. So a big out there from Kramer. He retires the dangerous Perez, and he keeps the runners right where they are. And that's going to do it. Kramer gets that final out, and with the lefty Melendez up next, it's going to be bullpen time. So both starters go 5 2/3 innings, and it looks like Keegan Aiken will be the man they call upon. That's the first glimpse of the bullpen we've gotten. They didn't flash up anything. They just showed me what looked like a lefty with dark hair and a little stout. And I'm like, well, that looks like Keegan Aiken. I can't even see a number, but that's got to be Keegan Aiken. Keegan Aiken to come on with 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. There's his name right now, already up on the board. So again, both starters going 5 2/3. Kramer gave up the 1 run. Marsh did not give up a run. Kramer gave up 1 less hit, but also issued 1 more walk. So both pitchers gave up 5 base runners. Marsh with the strikeout advantage, 6-3. So you got to say it, folks. Marsh outpitched Kramer, and Kramer wasn't that bad. And I knew it when it happened. God, Gunnar getting caught at third base in the first inning when he got second and third. And you know that you've had trouble against this pitcher in his last start. You faced him. So important to get that early lead. If we don't come back and at least tie this game, even if we go on to lose, if we don't come back to at least tie, I'm going to keep thinking about that mistake in the first inning. You cannot get caught off the bag at third. Not in that situation. All right, so Keegan Aiken it is, and Aiken has been very strong out of the pen. A pleasant surprise, if you will. This will be his 9th appearance, an ERA of 2.08 in 8 2/3 innings. Opponents hitting just 161. a strikeout to walk ratio of 12-1. So he's striking guys out, and he's not giving up walks. He's got Melendez at the plate. Lefty on lefty. 2 down, runners at first and second. The first pitch is popped up. Adley pops off the mask, but it'll get back out of play. Strike 1. The Bell Atlantic call to the bullpen. And there's a shot of Kramer with his hair completely undone. My goodness, what a mane. We got Aquaman in the rotation. The 0-1 pitch is reached for and hit on the ground through the right side. A base hit. Hit slowly, and Santander will watch as the speedy Bobby Witt Jr. scoots around from second all the way home without a throw. The Royals have doubled the lead here, 2-0 on a 2-out single by M.J. Melendez off a left-handed pitcher. My goodness. The call to the bullpen does not work. We get the matchup we want. And now there's nothing. Now what? We got righties due up. Now we got a dangerous right-handed hitter at the plate, and we can't go to the pen. 2 on, 2 out for Velasquez. First pitch to him is in there, called strike. Yeah, we need a hero tonight. We need a hero. The 0-1 pitch called strike 2. Velasquez turned as if to think it was inside. Not happy with that call. 0-2 the count. Early opportunities missed by the Orioles. This one's up and away. 1-2 on Velasquez. I would feel so, all I would feel is like, you know what? We can get 2 runs back. We got 9 outs to play with. That would be my normal attitude right now. This one's just off. A little bit outside, a little bit low. The count even at 2-2 on Velasquez. But it's the fact that God, this game should be tied at worst right now. It's a tough pill to swallow. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Foul behind the plate, and we'll do it again. Don't get despondent in chat, folks. I know your boy, the Bird Watcher, may sound a little bit down, a little bit in the dumps, but believe me, he's seen it too many times before. This one's outside, and the count runs full on Velasquez. Michael Massey on deck. But you want to get Velasquez here. If you walk him, you fill up the bases. Up and away for ball 4. And that's exactly what we have. Bases loaded now. And this Kansas City crowd getting more and more vocal. They're trying to bust this game open right here. Michael Massey doubled in his last at-bat. His first 2 at-bats of the season coming in this game. And here's a swing and a miss. Nice slider there by Aiken. Pasquantino at third. Melendez at second. Velasquez at first. The 0-1. Hit on the ground hard. Mountcastle and Holiday. It gets through them both. A hit. 1 run is in. Another run will score. And the Royals have doubled the lead again. They made a 1-0 game, a 2-0 game, and now they've made a 2-0 game, a 4-0 game on a 2-out, 2-run single from Michael Massey. What? Who is this guy? First game of the season? He's done more at the plate than our entire lineup combined? Well, Aiken has come in, and he has not gotten the job done. Unfortunately, we've got right-handed hitters out there. Massey was a lefty as well, but now Renfroe at the plate. All right, so Aikens faced 3 batters. We could have gone to the pin here. I don't know if we even have anybody ready. First and third, 2 down for Hunter Renfroe. And this one's drilled. Right center, and it's going to get down all the way to the wall. The runners will clear the bases. Unbelievable. The Royals have busted open here. A 2-run double by Hunter Renfroe. They now lead 6-0. Oh, my. Ouch. Body blow, jab, and now an uppercut. And your boy, the bird watcher, is on the canvas. 6-0 Kansas City. Ouch. So a fine start by Dean Kramer, who now is leaning with his chin resting on the railing of the dugout, wondering what could have been. I'm wondering too, Dean. I'm wondering too. Well, our backs are against the wall. Aiken had faced the 3 batters required before facing the righty Renfroe, but they left him in there. And Renfroe, off to a slow start, hit that double. Now with the lefty Isbell up, I guess you got to leave Aiken out there for this guy. 2 down for Isbell. Runner at second. 5 runs in here in the bottom of the 6th. And the pitch is a called strike. Ouch, guys. Boy, your boy the bird watcher might have to just concentrate on sub counts. I don't know who wants to sub up on a night like this. This is going to hurt your boy's projections. This one's upstairs. 1-1 on Isbell. 5 runs in. This one is hit in the air to the right side, shallow. Holiday is called off by Santander, and I'm happy to see that. That's the first time I've seen Holiday get called off by the outfielder to make a catch. Yeah, sometimes it's not your ball, Jackson. Sometimes it's not your ball. And that'll end the inning. Kansas City got a lot of runs. 5 of them on a few hits. They got more runs than hits. So I don't know if they've even left anybody on base. I mean, this is not a pretty box score, people. It's game 1, chin up. First game. Hey, how did our homestand start? We had a 6-game homestand. We dropped the first 2 to the Brewers, giving up 11 runs in each of those games. And if you felt like I did, you were probably saying, damn, what are we going to do? We're on the verge of getting swept. Is this team not who we thought they were? And then what happens? We go off on a 4-game win streak. So maybe tonight's not our night. But we got Corbin Burns on the mound tomorrow. And again, that's the biggest thing about having an ace. All right, maybe it's the second biggest thing. Maybe the biggest thing about having an ace like Corbin Burns is that that's your game 1 starter in every playoff series, and you're setting yourself up with a legit chance to take a lead in a playoff series. But the number 2 most important thing about having an ace like Burns is to stop losing streaks. You hear what I'm saying? We turned to him against the Brewers on Sunday, and what did he do? He stopped that 2-game streak. I mean, he didn't have his best outing, but he did what he had to do to keep the O's in the game. We won the game. We're going to look for something like that tomorrow to bounce back. If we can't get it done tonight, we'll have Burns out there to help us tomorrow to hopefully even up the series. Matt's here, good, bad, or ugly. And folks, It's been so much more good than bad so far this season. There's only been one other game. It was that first or second Milwaukee game where we were getting crushed from start to finish. Here's Will Smith out on the mound, the lefty, to face Mullins. And the first pitch in there is a strike. Will Smith, back when we faced the Royals in the first series, back in the first week of April, he was the closer at the time. He's no longer the closer. This one is low and away. 1-1 on Mullins. By the way, this is not the same Will Smith that slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars. Here's a line drive, base hit in the right center field. Okay. I don't want to get too excited, down 6 runs, but a good sign when a new pitcher comes out and the first batter hits a hard line drive. Mullins is on with nobody out. Hey, folks, I'm kind of in the mood. Our biggest rally of the season so far was down 5 to the Red Sox. We're down 6 now, and it's late. Austin Hayes is going to come in and pinch hit for Colton Cowser. How does chat feel about this move? How do you feel about Colton Cowser getting lifted for Austin Hayes simply because there's a lefty on the mound? Here's a breaking ball for a called strike. And the count on Austin Hayes is 0-1. And this one's low. 1-1 the count. I'm rooting for you, Austin. I am rooting for you. But unless you give us a productive at-bat here, I'm really not too happy with this move at this stage of the game in this spot. Wait, line drive. And it'll get down in front of the center fielder for a base hit. A base hit for Austin Hayes. He moves the line. 2 on, nobody out. And Brandon Hyde is a genius. Come on, one swing of the bat and we can cut this lead in half. Let's go. Jordan Westberg up. Will Smith in trouble. First 2 batters have reached. Upstairs to Westberg, 1-0. Oh, my God. You know, we have to pinch hit for Holiday. We have to pinch hit for Holiday. I don't care if they bring out a righty. You cannot mess up this potential rally with Jackson Holiday in the middle of it. Low and in on Westberg. 2-0. Seriously, folks. If you're going to lift Cowser for a pinch hitter, how do you not lift Holiday? I mean, I would assume Mateo would pinch hit. Which, again, just points to the fact that there's no point to have Ramon Urias. There's no place to use him. Give that spot to Mayo. How would you like to have Mayo as a pinch-hitting right-hander in a spot like this? Here's the 2-0 to Westberg. Hit on the ground hard and through for a base hit. And Mullins is going to stop at third base. Bases loaded. Nobody out. And I'm telling you right now, if I see Jackson Holiday come into the plate, I'm going to pour the rest of this latte all over my TV. You cannot bring up Holiday in this spot. I'm sorry. I don't care what it does to his confidence if he pinch hit here, but I'm sorry. It's a team sport, not a let's take, okay, we're getting a pinch hitter, Ramon Urias. It's not Mateo, it's Urias. Urias hitting just 167. His splits lifetime, he's usually better against right-handers, but we're going to have to go with him. First pitch to him is low and in for ball 1. We are in the top of the 7th. The Royals ahead 6-0, but the Orioles have the bases loaded and nobody out. A 1-0 count on Urias. Take another pitch, Ramon. He does, and it's in there for a strike. That was a hittable pitch, but I don't blame Ramon for laying off. Come on, Ramon. Keep the line a-moving. We got the top of the order coming up after you. The pitch. In the dirt. And Perez has the ball get away. But unfortunately, with the bases loaded, nobody's moving up. James MacArthur, the right-hander for the Royals, getting loose. Bases loaded, nobody out. The Orioles have had chances to put runs up. If they can't score here, I don't know what to do. The 2-1 is swung on and tapped foul. Urias just getting a piece of that pitch on the outside edge. And the count will go to 2-2. Folks, this is getting to the point where I don't even want the slightest thing spoiled. We're just going to have to stare at the bird watcher sub-count screen here for a sec. No spoilers, please. Smith has yet to retire a batter since coming on. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the 7th. Urias, the pinch hitter, with a 2-2 count. Here it is. And he blazed off a slider that broke through the zone before dropping below. Well done by Urias to work the count full. Folks, bases loaded and a full count. Come on. The pitch. Popped up foul behind the plate. And we'll do it again. Look at that sub-count jump. Come on, folks. If we can get to 467, we're going to tie this game. We're going to get close anyway. Come on. Every sub counts. Another payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled again. Urias hanging in there. Give the dude credit. 7 pitches already in the at-bat. And a very high-pressure spot. Bases loaded. The next pitch. Hit foul again off to the right. Urias spoils another. And this is precisely why I can't look at the automated, the animatronic scoreboard, whatever you want to call it. Mullins at third. Hayes at second. Westberg at first. The payoff pitch. Pops up. Looking for it is Perez, and he'll make a basket catch just in front of the dugout. My goodness. That ball could not get out of play. A huge first out for the Royals. Another chance with a runner 90 feet away, and we can't get him in. God. All right, folks. It's gunner time. It's gunner time. Lefty on lefty. This might be Smith's last batter either way. The pitch taken outside for ball 1. Bases loaded now with 1 out. The Orioles trying to break open the door. Inside 2-0. 2-0. Can Gunnar get a pitch out over the plate? Here it comes. And he lays off a called strike. Come on, ump. That's low and outside. That ball. I mean, it's close, but it's not a strike. There's one that's way off the plate. Now the count is 3-1. Clearly, Smith does not want to give in to Henderson, but he got the benefit of a strike call. It could have been ball 4. Instead, it's 3-1, the pitch. And that's a called strike at the bottom of the zone. Full count on Henderson. Bases loaded. 1 out. Top of the 7th. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Henderson chases a high fastball and strikes out. 2 outs. Bases still loaded. Orioles still without a run on the board. Unbelievable. It's going to be up to Adley. We need you, Adley. First pitch to him is outside. Hitting right-handed now. First 2 hits of the game came from the other side of the plate. This one is a called strike and another tough call there. Adley did well to lay off that pitch. He had no reason to swing at it. Instead, he gets punished with a strike. 1-1 the count. Swung on and drilled. Left field. This one's high. This one is gone. Bye-bye, birdie. A grand salami for Adley Rutschman. And the Orioles are back in the ball game. A 2-out grand salami. Ate the beer cold in Baltimore. We're back in the ball game. It's 6-4. Rutschman with his second home run of the season. Just clearing the wall at the 387 sign in right center field. Whoa, doctor. If that doesn't earn me a sub, nothing will. As 4 Orioles take a drink from the community hose. Not sure how sanitary that is, but I don't care. Adley went down and got that one. Uppercut swing. All right. Here's O'Hearn at the plate. Check swing is off the plate, low and away for ball 1. And we'll bring it back to the scoreboard. Do you think I wanted that grand slam spoiled? Hell no. I got to live that moment the way I wanted to. Here's a called strike. A slider. Front dooring O'Hearn. Count is 1-1. Bases empty, 2 down. It's now 6-4. We got ourselves a ball game. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. My goodness. We gave up 5 runs in the last half inning, and we get 4 of them back on 1 swing. The 1-2 to O'Hearn is hit on the ground, foul off to the right. Dribbling toward the dugout. Adley Rutschman. Average now over 300. Add 4 RBI to his count. He's right up there with the rest of the boys now. This is hit on the ground to third, and Garcia will throw it across the diamond in time to win the inning. But the Orioles came so close to squandering a huge opportunity. They had the bases loaded, nobody out. Next thing you know, it's bases loaded, 2 out, with at least 1 strike, maybe 2 strikes on Rutschman. And your boy Adley coming through super clutch. We got ourselves a ball game. 7th inning stretch time here in Kansas City. It's the Royals 6 and the Orioles 4. Folks, your boy the Bird Watcher delivering another fantastic game. Let's take a look at the likes and the subs. Folks, over 1,000 people checking in. 77 of you. A nice lucky number. We're on 40 likes, folks. We got to get that to 50. I mean, we had like 70 likes last night. We got to get to 50 tonight. Look at this comeback we're on. I'm telling you, it's the likes and the subs. Every time I go to this screen, good things happen. Sean the Whip Whipple. Sean, are you still here? If Sean the Whip Whipple is still here in the chat, he can confirm for everybody, since he's been here since game 1, that when your boy the Bird Watcher brings up the sub screen, it's not just pandering for subs. It's good luck. This gosh darn Bird Watcher sub count is a good luck charm. All right. Due up for the Royals in the bottom of the 7th. will be the top of the order. And we've got Dylan Tate coming out to pitch. Tate with an ERA of 1.29. I'll go over his other pitching stats here in a moment when they flash up on the screen. Not happy with the strike zone. Yeah, I mean, we got burned with the strike zone. Oh, that's right. It is Friday night. Friday night. The legend of the subscreen is real. Thank you, Sean. It's true, folks. I'm not making it up. Dylan Tate is out there for his 7th appearance, a record of 1-0. Opponents hitting a $130 off of him with an ERA of 1.29. Here we go. Bottom of the 7th. First pitch is fouled straight back. Michael Garcia up there, the leadoff man. 0 for 3 so far tonight. This is the 4th time through the order for the Royals, who thought they had this game in the bag not too long ago. And that's a foul ball. 0-2 on Garcia. I tell you what, that grand slam did take the wind out of the sails of this Royals crowd. Not nearly as vibrant as they were about 15, 20 minutes ago. This one's hit on the ground, foul. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes on Michael Garcia, hitting just 158 at the moment. 6-4 Kansas City. The Orioles are down 2, but it doesn't feel like it, does it? It feels like we can come back and win this game. This one's low and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Bobby Witt Jr. on deck. The next pitch is hit on the ground and past Mountcastle into right field for a base hit. Well, that's not the start we wanted here in the 7th. Base runner, leadoff man with speed, reaches, and Bobby Witt Jr., the best hitter on the team, up next. This is not a good recipe. We got a lot of making up to do. We've already gotten 2/3 of the way there, but we also got to shut the door on this Royals offense. First pitch is in there for a strike to Witt, and I would expect Garcia to be taking off at some point, if not in this at-bat, at some point. 0-1 on Witt. And here's a check on Garcia. That's the first disengagement by Tate in this at-bat. Speed on first, speed at the plate. The 0-1 to Witt. There goes the runner. And, oh, I'm sorry. It was a deke. I heard the broadcaster say runner goes, and the runner was not on screen, so I took his word for it. Apparently, he just faked a run. Still at first base with a 1-1 count on Witt. And now another throw over. So that's 2 checks on Garcia, and now he can run, knowing that if they don't pick him off, let's see what happens here. Tough spot for Tate. And there goes the runner, and it's fouled back, 1-2. Okay. So Witt helps us out by getting a strike by fouling it off and making Garcia go back to first base. That's the toughest part about this Royals lineup here at the top. A lot of speed. They get anybody on base. You got to execute. Do everything just right. The 1-2. Runner stays put, and it's popped up. Center field. Mullins a couple of steps back. Now he comes in, camping under it to try to get momentum behind the throw, and the runner does tag and go to second base. Wow. Mullins doesn't have the strongest arm out there. The throw was a little bit offline to second base. Wow, credit to Garcia. I knew he was fast. I did not think he'd try. Wait a minute. Are we sure? I guess we already used our challenge, so we don't have a chance to even... Again, the throw was offline. Westberg did well to spin around to apply the tag on the foot. But we can't challenge it. We already used it up. Vinny Pasquantino now at the plate. One away and a runner at second. And Tate steps off the mound. So already one disengagement here with a speedy runner at second. And there goes Garcia. Adley down to third, and Garcia is safe. And again, we can't challenge anything. That was, again, a close play. Urias is down there at third, and he never made a tag. Urias never applied a tag. He just sort of swiped blindly behind him. And now right before Dylan Tate throws his first or next pitch to Pasquantino, he gets a pitching clock violation. My goodness. So the Royals have a runner at third base with only one out. Because of all this speed, Pasquantino with a 1-1 count now after that pitch clock violation. And the next one is hit on the ground, and that's going to get a runner tagged out at the plate. A one bouncer to Mountcastle playing in, throws to Adley. It wasn't a great throw. Adley had to work to apply the tag. The Royals do have a challenge left, but on first glance, a swipe tag by Rutschman spinning around. It looks like he gets him on the butt. It looks like Garcia never touched the plate. He didn't. Garcia never touched the plate on his way in. Huge out there. 2 down now, runner at first. And Perez hits a ground ball into left field for a base hit. So runners at first and second, and how huge is that play at the plate now? Another hit for the Royals. And we might need to get Dylan Tate out of here. Let's go ahead and pull Tate now. Clearly he doesn't have it, and he's lucky to still have this game where it is. Here's MJ Melendez. Tate still on the mound. And that ball's driven. Right field, forget about it. That ball lands just in front of the waterfall. A 3-run bomb by MJ Melendez. I told you to take Tate out. I told you to take Tate out. Three-run bomb by Melendez, and the Royals are right back out with a 5-run lead, 9-4. Unbelievable. Again, Tate lucky to be out there with the score staying where it was. We had his 3-batter minimum done. We had a lefty coming up to hit. Why didn't we have somebody ready to go? That's a Danny Coulomb spot right there. Your boy not happy right now. Your boy's not happy. I don't mind when we lose. I just mind it when we make mistakes. A decision mistake. And I'm not saying I'm smarter than Brandon Hyde, the guy's manager of the year. But it was clear Dylan Tate didn't have it. It was clear we were lucky to get to 2 outs in the inning with the score the where it was. Okay. 3-1 the count here, and Velasquez hits a ball right back up the middle for a base hit. So Tate still out there, and Tate gives up another hit. Do we take him out now? Or do you need more evidence? Oh, your boy's not happy. Your boy is not happy. I understand if you brought Tate in and maybe one batter in, you're like, does he have it? I don't know. But we watched him face 4 batters. We got an out on the base paths. A lot of hard hit balls. Just every indication that, like, okay, let's just get the 3 batters we can from Tate and go back to the pin. And we didn't do it. He's still out there. For Massey, who's already got 2 hits tonight. First pitch is low and into Massey. Man, just what are we doing in that spot? This is hit on the ground. Second base, Holiday drops it, but has time to pick it up and throw out Massey. The Royals are retired, but not before they put another 3 spot on the board, make it 8 runs in the past 2 innings for Kansas City. They blew the game open. We got right back in, and they blew it back again. 9-4 as we head to the 8th. My goodness, your boy might need a lucky. God. Why did we leave Tate out there? We're coming off a day off, right? I'm assuming our bullpen is pretty much available top to bottom. Why did we leave him out there? And folks, rewind the stream to before he gave up the 3-run homer. I was already saying, why is he still out there? There's a lefty about to come up. And he's already looked shaky. What? Next thing you know is 1 pitch, 3-run homer. Ugh. All right. We're back to the same spot we were, which is, all right. We're never out of it. We prove it time and again. We're never out of it. But I would say our chances are pretty slim now. We're sending up the bottom of the order at this point, aren't we? Oh, no, I guess it's the middle of the order. Santander, Mountcastle, and Mullins. By the way, Austin Hayes and Ramon Urias are now in the game. Kowser's out of the game. So get ready to see some righties out of the pen with Hayes and Urias replacing a couple left-handed bats. Your boy has to blow his nose. I'll be right back. Nine runs, 9 hits, no errors for Kansas City. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Orioles. 3 of those 7 hits, courtesy of Adley Rutschman, including the grand slam to account for all 4 runs. So it's basically Kansas City 9, Adley Rutschman 4. Okay, Anderson, the new pitcher, the righty out here for Kansas City. And Santander takes low for ball 1. Closing in on 500. How you doing, Rhino? Upstairs, 2-0. Unfortunately, my sub-count target and celebration kind of dampened by the current score here. Orioles down by 5. 2-0 on Santander. And this is a called strike 3-4 inches below the zone. You know what? What is it with the umpires? Why is our strike zone 4 inches wider all the way around than the teams we play? 3-1 on Santander. The bird watcher's starting to lose his cool. This one's ball 4. So there you go. A leadoff walk. Now imagine if we didn't blow it with 3 runs there on that 3-run homer. We'd be at 6-4, and we'd have a leadoff walk and the tying run at the plate. That would be where we should be right now. Instead, we got to load the bases, and it still doesn't get the tying run to the plate. Mountcastle with a first pitch inside for ball 1. So Anderson, a first pitch walk, and now 1-0 on Mountcastle. Rhino just getting home from work. This one's fouled up. And let's see if it stays in play. A long run on the right side. First baseman, second baseman have a look. And it's in the crowd. Mountcastle drew a walk back in the 4th. Otherwise 0 for 2 tonight. 9-4 Kansas City here in the top of the 8th. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Both teams with 2 of the better records in baseball. They had quite the series in Baltimore. This one's hit off the end of the bat, foul off to the right. Still 1-2 on Mountcastle. Runner at first, nobody down. Lots of runs here in the last few frames. 12 runs between the 2 teams in the last inning and a half. This is swung on and popped up. Third base side. The third baseman will have room. Makes the catch on the track near the camera well there. And Mountcastle retired on a foul pop-up. Okay, one away. One away for Cedric Mullins. And he fouls it off at the plate. In the last inning, Mullins was the one that got the rally started with a single. Currently hitting .262, 5 homers, 15 driven in. This one's hit on the ground. Shortstop. He looks to second, but instead will go to first base for the only out. I guess the second baseman was not at the bag for the force. So Santander will move up into scoring position, but there are 2 away now on the ground out. So it'll be up to Austin Hayes, of all people, to get something done with 2 down. And this one's up and in, and it hits Hayes on the helmet. Hayes immediately signals that he's okay. Wow, that ball bounced right off the top of the dome. My goodness, Hayes, credit to him for immediately indicating to everybody that he's fine. I mean, got him. He turned his head, got him right off the back of the helmet. Helmet didn't even come off. So Hayes aboard, 2 down, 2 on. And the batter, Jordan Westberg. Hey, Hayes got on twice tonight. Here's a ground ball hit slowly to third. They'll go to second for the force, and the inning is over. So the Orioles get a couple of runners on, but cannot score. They're still trailing by 5 as we go to the bottom of the 8th here in Kansas City. Royals 9, Orioles 4. Oh, boy. We got 3 more outs to play with, down 5 runs. And it'll be Ramon Urias to lead it off in the bottom of the 9th. Really? Who else we got on the bench? We still have, Mateo, and that's it? We brought in Hayes. We brought in Urias. The Royals are real. Yeah, I never said that they weren't. I mean, here's the deal. The Royals lost 2 out of 3 to us, but we had to win both of our games in walk-off fashion. Then they go and win 6 games in a row since we faced them. And they're also 8-2 at home. If they win tonight, they'll be 9-2 at home. So the only thing the Royals, again, that I mentioned already tonight, the only thing you can point to and go, well, maybe they're not quite as good as their record would say, is that they've played the White Sox in 7 of their first 19 games. A 4-game series and a 3-game series, home and away. So when more than a third of your schedule has been against the worst team in baseball, might make your 12-7 record be more of a 11-8 or even a 10-9 record. Just saying. Still, very good ball club, this Royals team. They remind me a lot of the Orioles about 2 years ago in terms of taking a 100-loss, bottom of the division sort of team and turning them into a contender. They're probably another year away. But yeah, I think this is going to be like the 2022 Orioles. And then next year, I could see the Royals pushing for playoffs. Mike Baumann is going to come out to pitch. So the Orioles, probably lowest leverage pitcher at this stage right now. The pen comes out for some work. Down 5 runs up here against Hunter Renfroe, who swings at a slider and misses for strike 1. Baumann's next pitch is swung and a missed. Another slider. 0-2 on Renfroe, who had a base hit in his last time up. Part of that rally for the Royals. They've scored 8 runs in the last 2 innings. 9 runs on 9 hits now. This was a pitcher's duel at one point, if you can believe it. Off the plate, a ball and 2 strikes. Ballman's next pitch is spiked in the dirt about 4 feet short of the plate. My goodness. 2-2 the count. How you doing, David? Just waking up, huh? What is it, about 5 a.m. where you are? Swing and a miss. Baumann gets Renfroe to chase one low and away. So first batter, Baumann gets a strikeout. Hey, Don C., I'd love to have you here. Thanks for the compliment, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and for every game you can make it. That's a long journey, folks. We got a long way to go. 4 a.m. for David. So me and David living parallel lives, waking up in the middle of the night for the love of baseball. This one's in the dirt. To Kyle Isbell. Isbell 0 for 3 tonight. Probably the only batter in this Royals lineup without a hit. Actually, Bobby Witt Jr. still looking for his first. That's when you know the Royals team is legit. The fact that Bobby Witt Jr. is 0 for 3 tonight and the Royals have 9 runs on the board, it's not just a one-man show here in Kansas City. 1-2 on Isbell, and this one is low and in. Matt says we are going to win this game. Matt, I'm behind you. A 5-run rally in the 9th at least. It'd be something. Here's a foul ball off to the left. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Isbell. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. Quite an interesting game. First 5.5 innings was a 1-0 pitcher's duel. Next thing you know, the Royals put up a 5 spot. The Orioles counter with an Adley Rutschman grand slam. Here's a swing and a miss. Isbell goes down swinging. 2 away. Ballman with 2 strikeouts. Back to the top of the order for Michael Garcia. So, yeah, pitcher's duel. Then Kansas City blows it open to 6-0. Then the Orioles said, okay, I guess it's time to get back into the ballgame. Rutschman with a grand slam to make it 6-4. But then the Royals immediately get 3 of those 4 runs right back on a 3-run homer from M.J. Melendez. And that's where things stand. 9-4 here in the 8th inning. 2 down. Garcia now at the plate, and this is a dribbler back to Ballman, who will go to first for the out. So Ballman, he didn't even need the outfield there. 2 strikeouts and a comebacker to the pitcher, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the 9th. The Orioles need some runs. They need lots and lots of runs. We're down 5. It's the Royals 9, the Orioles 4. Folks, one last push. All right, how about 470, folks? Is that too much to ask? 470. There are 5 people watching right now that can hit that sub button below. If we get to 470, all we need is 15 on Saturday, 15 on Sunday, and we're up to 500. Let's do it. We're getting to 500 by Sunday either way. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know what's going to happen in the game. If we're at 499 and last pitch, I'll just keep streaming. I am not walking away from Kansas City until I get... I got to go out to California with 500 subs. You hear what I'm saying? You heard. Get on in, folks. It's the Bird Watcher family. Boom, look at that. Boom. Boom. 33 away, 33 away. An outside shot, we get to 500 tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a bigger crowd on a Saturday night. Again, the Orioles sending up 9-1-2 here in the 9th. Ramon Urias is the hitter due up. He came on to pinch hit for Jackson Holiday. And that was quite the at-bat. We have Matt Sauer. The Royals going to turn to some sour cream here in the 9th. Sauer, 5 appearances so far this season, an ERA of 3.6. Opponents hitting .286. Hey, I can work with that. Okay, Urias is up there. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1. We need base runners. Take a pitch until you get a strike. David, the answer is no. But he did strike out. Here's a swing and a miss by Urias. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Henderson on deck, Rutschman in the hole. This one's low and away, 2-1 on Urias. Am I going to blow up? Like spontaneously combust? Hola, Sergio. Here's the 2-1. Foul back behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ramon Urias. Folks, again, tomorrow, be back here on the Birdwatcher channel. Can we get a confirmation on start time? I think tomorrow is a 7:05 start, but I would like some confirmation. 2-2 pitch. Fouled. No, it's going to stay in play. It will get out of play on the foul side, right side. So 2-2 still on Urias, leading off in the 9th. Top of the order due up next. We need a base runner to get some momentum started. Saludos a Camargo, Chihuahua, Mexico. All right. This one's lined. Hit hard into left and down for a hit. It'll be cut off out there by the left fielder Melendez. Urias will stop at first. No need to test things. Again, we need base runners. But there's one. There's one base runner. And at top of the order up now. That was so big. I mean, if there's a miracle to happen, that's what you needed. The number 9 hitter to lead off with a hit. And the top of the order up now. Gunnar Henderson. 0 for 3 tonight. Swing and a miss. A splitter that fell off the table. Gunnar did reach back in the first on that hit by pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The next one is swung on and lifted in the air, right field. Backing up is the right fielder to make the catch on the track. Henderson flies out to deep right field. 1 away here in the 9th. Urias back to first. And here comes Adley. Adley with a huge night. 3 for 4 with a grand slam. Average up over 300. Best he can do here is keep the line moving. I would actually prefer a double over a home run to keep runners on base because we got to keep the line moving. This one's up and away for ball 1. With that 4-run swing, Rutschman's RBI up now up to 11. So more than a third of his RBIs on the season came on that last swing. Here's a fastball for a called strike. Top of the zone. 1-1 on Adley. 3-hit night. Looking for 4. The pitch is a swing and a foul. Just got a piece of that breaking ball that fell out of the zone. By the way, folks, we do have a Discord that I never think to talk about. Maybe I can get the mods to bring it up once or twice during the stream and drop a link in there. But we got a place for the Birdwatcher community to hang out and chat it up when the game's not on. This one's outside to Rutschman. 2-2 on Adley. Sauer gets the sign and the pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider. Adley goes down swinging, and the Orioles are down to their final out. Do the Orioles still have a chance to win? Of course they do. It ain't over till it's over. Yogi Berra said that about 80 years ago, and it's still true today. But our chances are slim. It has to be said. Ryan O'Hearn at the plate. 2 down in the 9th, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. The Orioles still need 4 base runners to then get the tying run to the plate. Kansas City looking to lock the first game of the series down, and there's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike on O'Hearn, who's 0 for 4 tonight. This is going to be a tough loss. In the dirt, 2-1. Folks, last chance. Hit that like button before you run out the door on me. I'll be wrapping things up one way or the other whenever this game is completed. But if you'd like to check out early, hit that like button on the way out. Here's a ground ball, second base, over to first, in time. O'Hearn grounds out to end the ball game. The Royals take the first game of the series. On the season, we've now split 2 games apiece. Big offense in the middle innings. The Orioles had a chance to come back on an Adley Rutschman grand slam, but Kansas City said, not tonight. Put 3 more runs back up and win it by 5. Final score, Kansas City 9, Orioles 4. Marsh with another win, 3-0, 2 of those wins against us, and Dean Kramer takes the loss. That should be 0-2 now. And we'll take a look at the box score and wrap things up. One more check on the old sub count. I mean, if we can get to 470, you know I love those round numbers, folks. Last chance before you run out the door. One more sub. If we get to 4, look at that, folks. I love you. You love me. Baltimore makes me happy 'cause I love baseball and I'm bringing it to you. Let's get 500 subs too. Okay, that was completely off the top of my head. I wish I could have done an improv song that wasn't a Barney song, but hey, I do love you. Thanks so much. Getting close to 500. Would you look at that? 500 and 1 like short of 50. Let's get that 1 extra like while we're at it. 50 likes, 470 subs, just where I want to be. Let's go over this box score real quick. Guys, Gunnar Henderson, tough night, 0 for 4. Ryan O'Hearn, 0 for 5. Thank goodness for Adley, sandwiched in between, picking up the slack. Big night for him. He's our player of the game by a long shot. Santander had a hit. Mountie went 0 for 3. Mullins 1 for 4. Cowser just 2 plate appearances before getting lifted for Austin Hayes. How about Austin Hayes? I'm hilarious. I'm frickin' hilarious. That's part of the charm, Rishi. I'm representing Charm City. I'm a charming guy. I love baseball. I'm knowledgeable. I'm funny. And that's why this channel's blowing up. Austin Hayes got on base twice with a hit and a hit by pitch. Westberg went 1 for 4, scored a run. Holiday is now hitting 0-37. 0-37. He could go 5 for his next 5. He's still hitting below 200. I think. I could be wrong, but we're kind of in that area now. Urias had a hit off the bench. Kramer, 5 2/3. Again, another mixed bag result. He was so good through those first 4 innings and change, or even first 5 innings and change. Yeah, he'd given up like 1 hit. He'd given up no hits until that Pasquantino solo home run. But at the end of the day, his stat line looks like another ho-hum stat line. He came in, I think, with an ERA of 4.96. Well, now it's 4.91. So it's pretty much a Dean Kramer-like start. Does not get a decision. No, he does get a decision. What am I talking about? They are not good at giving us the info here. Keegan Aiken came in. Boy, that was not good. Yeah, our bullpen really did screw up tonight. Aiken and Tate gave up 6 runs combined in an inning and a third on 7 hits and a walk with no strikeouts. Wow. Aiken and Tate. Boy, that stat line's got me aching to get out of here. Folks, that's going to do it. Again, tomorrow, start time. I thought I already had it up. Let's look at it here. 6:10 a.m. for me. That means I'll be on at 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7:10 first pitch. Folks, you're going to want to be here. Corbin Burns against Cole Reagan's pitching matchup you've been waiting for. That's going to do it here tonight, folks. Unfortunately, the Orioles drop the opener. Your boy, the Bird Watcher, is going to take a little break. I'll chirp at you later, guys.